Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to WRX Garage. As you can see, I'm bundled up again because it is around 24-25 degrees and we are getting ourselves ready for our winter. And we're actually racing against the clock a little bit here because we do have a winter storm coming in up here in the Northeast later on today. So we're going to be setting up the winter setup. We're going to be doing a couple different things today. First off, we're going to be switching from my NK wheel setup right now, which is a little more aggressive, a bit wider, to back to the stock wheels, which I have wrapped in WRX, so the winter tire. Other thing we'll be doing is adjusting the ride height. As you guys know, I do have custom shock length coilovers on this car, and so essentially what we'll be doing is changing the ride height on those coilovers on all four corners. We'll be raising it by about 2 inches, which is going to result in about a 1.5 inch increase over stock height. And then last thing we're going to be doing is preparing those coilovers for winter by adding a threading sealant. It's called Bow Shield T9, something like that. And what's going to do is help protect those threads through the nastiness of the winter. On top of that, we're going to be adding a physical barrier over those coilovers. I did, you guys probably have seen out there in the market, coilover covers. I did go ahead and create my own. I'm not much of a you know, I'm not very good at sewing, but they did come out pretty decently, and we'll be using some nice big zip ties to keep those on there throughout the winter and keep all that nastiness and grime and salt and dirt and stuff like that off of those threads, so I can go back and readjust them in the spring. So I got my dad here to help. Say hello.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get back to you once we start doing some stuff. Alright guys, we got the wheels up off the ground, or the front end. We're gonna start there, and we're just gonna be taking off these lug nuts, taking off the wheels, and then adjusting the height on the coilovers. So we just want to take a quick look at the comparison here between the NK wheels and the stock wheels. So the stock wheels, other than this nasty curb rash I have here, are wrapped in 245/40 Bridgestone WRX. They're studless winter tires. The actual wheel themselves are an 18 by 8.5. This is what they came on the premium model, the premium package. Comes with the upgraded 18-inch wheels. They're not bad looking wheels, but you know, of course, look how pretty these NK are. These are the NK 18 by 9.5 width with wrapped in with a 35 plus 35 offset, so nice wider wheel, sunken face, concave, gorgeous. Wrapped in 245/40 General G-Max AS05s. Those are all-season performance tires. They've done really well, but just so you can see the big difference here. Another thing to mention, guys, when you're switching out between your wheels, always make sure you get if you have hub-centric rings on your aftermarket wheels, make sure that you grab those off of your hubs, because if you try to put the stock wheel back on with these still on there, you're not going to have a very good time, and those wheels are going to be flying off on the highway, so always check for that. Okay guys, so we're going in here, we're going to be making about a, we're going to say a 2-inch adjustment. We're going to try to ride it 1.5 inches above stock height. So what I'm going to be doing is just getting a base measurement of the distance between the preloaded area of the coils and the bottom of this green ring. And we're going to be making sure that we increase the distance between here and the bottom by 2 inches. 3 3/4. We'll be going to 5 3/4. It's going to be a big difference, but we're going to try it. Yep. And she's spinning free. Alright guys, so now that that is free, we can actually just turn the entire column like this. So, just lost a bit of footage because of the battery, probably the cold, but just dialed in the right height. As you can see, we have quite a bit of space here that we just adjusted, and this is going to be the height adjustment. Going to be doing next is adding this Boschel T10. I've read online, let's see if you guys are focusing in on that. Perfect. Essentially what this is, it's supposed to repel dust, dirt, salt, grime, water. It's going to be protecting all of this throughout the winter. Very interesting stuff. It goes on as liquid and it dries as almost kind of like a wax. It's made for bike chains, but it seems to work really well for these, and from what I've read online, this is perfect for our application here on these coilover covers, or on the coilovers. On top of that, we do have our coilover covers that we've made here. As you can see, it's just some nice durable waterproof canvas that I've made, that I've bought online, and then we've stitched a hook and loop at the top to slide a zip tie through. And then on either side, you guys can see, we have a nice zipper here that we can go around this coilover, give it a little bit more extra protection from those elements, cover these threads, and try to seal that off from all of the elements throughout the winter. So if anybody's interested in these, what we're going to be doing actually later on next year, once I get a vinyl cutter, we're going to be cutting out, WRX Garage, we'll be able to print these. If anybody's interested in custom coilover covers, please DM us or shoot us a message or leave a comment. We'll be able to do these custom length, custom size to any kind of car application, trucks, show cars, anything like that. And we'll probably be able to get that vinyl print sticker printed and heat pressed onto here, whatever you want it to say. So yeah, the reason I didn't buy my own, of course, is because of the cost partially. The materials for this was a lot less expensive than the traditional $65, $70 coilover cover you can buy online. The other issue, of course, is the branding. I don't want to be running Fortunato coilovers and have ISC or Silvers, or not that they're bad companies, but it doesn't match the coilovers covers don't match my brand. So yeah, let's get that Boschel on there. All right, so get it shaken up. I'm just going to be applying that all over this. Get some on the collars, on the metal. All throughout the threads, I really use it throughout the threads. We get a little bit up in here on the thread at the top. Not allowed to use those, but yeah. So I probably should have done this at the same time as the other side, but oh well. Just be taking this glove off for now. And we'll let that sit and dry for a bit before we put those coilover covers on. We're gonna start and go over and do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll get back to you guys once we get to start doing the rears. So let's see how these fit. First off, zip them up like a nice little jacket. And guys, this is an experiment. This is something that I designed and created on my own, just off of some basic measurements. And let's see. Well, you can see that right up to the top, down to the bottom. I think those are going to be absolutely perfect. So we're trying to get them just above that wheel down there. Maybe because it was too big, too thick. Oh, that's wet. No, it's fine. No, it works. I think it's well. All right.
You have my vote.
Okay. Well, better than nothing. Woo!
Oh yeah.
She's a monster truck. So it's definitely more in the front. Definitely more in the front, but if you back up, I mean, the car doesn't look like it's super angled, you know? Well, maybe a little bit. All right, we're gonna go back into the front, lower it maybe half inch, maybe an inch.
1 inch.
So, yeah. All right, guys, we are all done. Actually, things worked out a lot easier than I thought they were gonna be. Always make sure that you guys are using the, not the anti-seize. I use the aluminum anti-seize on basically anything that's going under your car. So all of those lower control arm bolts that we had to change around or drop out because we had to adjust the height on the rear coilovers. We had anti-seize. We had anti-seize on those. We also had anti-seize on the actual spinning collars, locking collars on the coilovers themselves. So here it is. Final setup for the winter. You got a nice monster truck look again. Still need to adjust the camber a bit, but we'll see. Let's see how the fronts look. Nice and beefy. Nice turning radius about 1 fist length. Instead of before it was here, now it's there. Here, there. So, I don't know. It'll help me not scrape and make me less worried when I'm going over large, you know, chunks of ice or salt or snow on the road. And if I have to get anywhere where I need to, this car is gonna help me get there. So that's the beauty of all-wheel drive. So if you guys are seeing this, it's probably another week after Thanksgiving. That's when we're gonna be releasing this video. Everyone be careful out there in the winters. People get crazy and stupid on the roads when it's, you know, once it gets cold and somebody sees the first snowflake. So
I gotta get the bread of milk. I gotta get the bread of milk. I gotta get the bread of. They said snow. I gotta get the bread of milk. Oh my God.
Everyone stay safe through winter. Happy holidays, and we'll be continuing to try to push these videos out throughout the winter. Again, just a quick reminder, if you have not yet, please go back to our 500 subscriber giveaway video, and all you have to do is subscribe and leave a comment on that video to enter for a chance to win one of those 6 prizes that we listed as options that you can choose from. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.